Oops. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, I'm clicking the wrong buttons! I must be stopped. Okay, hi. Okay, we got some music in the background. Yeah, some music. Hi guys, hi. I was sorry, I was in the bathroom. And then I threw a paper towel, empty paper, or not paper towel, an empty toilet paper roll at my roommate because it's important that I do that every time. Oh, this was such a rough sketch. This was done long ago, but I was like, I still have one emote I haven't finished, so maybe I'll go and play with it. I finished one of the commissions I have, and I have 2 more to do, but I want to talk to them about pose ideas first. But yeah, hi guys, hi. Friday I worked, so Friday was a work weekend. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, Friday I worked. But then yesterday, I went up for one day to ACEN, Anime Central. So I was up there yesterday. It ended up basically becoming a line con for me, but I got to see Kojika Yuki in concert with Fiction Junction, which was exactly why I went. So I was pretty happy about that. I dressed as Morel from Noir. I don't know. A lot of people probably thought I was just wearing street clothes because I didn't really use a wig either. I just put some clip-in frop so I could have her little bang thingy she has because I don't have any bangs. But I just used my real hair. So it was longer than hers is. But, you know, that's fine, right? That's fine. But yeah, it was fun. I haven't been there in a long time. I bought some pretties in Artist Alley. So I did spend it. And then I also ate a yummy meal with friends before I drove home. And I got my parking validated! So I didn't have to pay parking. Yeah. I didn't know that. I think for me, it looks like I was there I sold art there in 2023 is what it looks like. Which seems about right. So that was probably my last year that I was there. But yeah, I didn't really do anything else. And I got there early to get in line for a chance to get the autograph, which I figured would be hopeless the way they did it. And sure enough, yeah. I wasn't there in time even then, but it sounds like people were like queuing as early as like 2:30 a.m. And then like everyone was like running in and the line didn't matter by the end. Thank you. Yeah. My feet are killing me though. Those boots have been in a box for 1.5 years, which means I think the last time I wore them was the last ACEN I went to because they were I used them for my Mimuru costume too, and she was at the last ACEN I was at. So yeah, they're probably like haven't been worn in like 3 or so plus years. Yeah, that's what I can't say for the original panel one, but I know for everything else I was like, yeah, it was rough. But I also know I just kind of was like, I came, I saw, nobody saw me. No, I saw a couple people, but I was so busy with, I'm sorry, my focus was on Kajuri. So if you saw me and said hi, and I said hi in passing, it's not because I hate you, it's because I was obsessed. We all have our things, right? What am I doing? I don't even know. Move this down a little bit. Give her some more room. Try not to cut off the top of the head. I only hate some of you, and it's because you haven't given me any fries. Oops, wrong layer. Wrong layer, crunk! But yeah. No, somebody said hi to me on the outside when we were, I don't remember where we were going. I think we were going to get to Artist Alley to get my camera. Like, long story short, my friend that had my camera that was originally going to buy it off me and then couldn't afford it after he lost his job. After like 2+ years, I finally have it back. So we just weren't seeing each other and it was a mess. But I also gave it to him to like try out first to see if he wanted it. So that did, you know, that's why he had it. Because I don't want to just be like, yeah, I mean, okay, I guess technically I also sometimes want to be like, yeah, buy this shit. But with a friend, I'll be nicer. But yeah, so I had to go, it ended up getting dropped off to another one of my artist friends in Artist Alley. And so I went and had to go pick it up after the concert. But yeah, so I was running to Artist Alley to get it before we went to eat. And that's when somebody said hi to me. I heard like Fawn, and I was like, I have no idea who said it, but I waved in their general direction, and I hope I waved at them. And I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm sorry, whoever you were. I swear, I just wanted to go eat, but I had to get my camera first. Yurushite onegaishimasu. Yurushite kudasai. And also by that time, my feet were in agony, so I changed into tennis shoes shortly after that, before we walked down to go get food. You saw me? Oh, yeah. Of course you saw me. Aw, she got some of her autographs. That's good. Yeah, I actually didn't expect to be in line as much as I was. But it's okay. I should have known. And then by the end, I was just like, I'm too tired to care anymore. I just want to go home. And sit and never move again. But yeah. I'm sorry that you're going to Cleveland, but hopefully the mini-con is fun. I think the next con, I probably have some small like library shows scheduled in there, maybe. But I think like the next con I'm doing for legit, and I'm only going one day again, is Anime Magic, and it's because they have Lotus Juice, and I'm gonna go see Lotus Juice in concert. So I'll probably try to go up for Saturday on that one too. Well, I'll check when their concert is, because if it's a Friday concert, you know. I know I'm going to the museum with friends pretty soon for an exhibit, so I got that coming up. The Pokemon fossil exhibit, of course. And then I know my mom bought me a pass to Pokemon Go, so I gotta walk around with her on that day. I think she said she booked us a Friday, but I believe I'm off that Friday, so it already worked out in my favor. Because I work like every other Friday or Saturday. Woo! The only way... Yeah, my friend already bought tickets for himself, his wife, me, and my roommate. So we're all going together. It'll be fun. I think we're going on the 31st. I think. Because Sundays are the only days I pretty much always have off. Like, with rare exceptions. Like Mother's Day I wasn't off. Or if like they have an emergency or something. But yeah, typically those are the only days I'm actually off work for sure. Fridays and Saturdays rotate. So yeah, we tried for a Sunday. I mean, who wouldn't? Dude, so many of us grew up with that. I might go try to see it a second time later too with my mom, just because I know that's gonna be something she'll enjoy. So she likes the Field Museum anyways, but who doesn't? It's a great museum. If you ever go to Chicago, be sure to visit it. It's one of my favorites. And not just because they have the Savo lions, although that helps. Or Sioux, that also helps. Okay, yeah, those are all the reasons I love it. It's just a good museum. I love the pyramid setup too. Although they took part of it away, which made me sad. Well, yeah, who wants to go anyplace alone? Yeah, I don't blame you. I just am never off weekdays, so I can't do that anymore. Fridays are the only ones I might be off, and Fridays are still pretty busy for most people. Yeah, I always work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Always. I don't get vacation days. I mean, yeah, if I can't work, I can rearrange it somehow. But, like, I know Mondays are bad for me to take off because that's when I sort the comics. Wednesdays are bad because that's when it's new comic release day. And Tuesdays can be bad if it's D&D night and I'm staying later. Because every now and then, like, I know coming up I'll be staying till 9 on a Tuesday, so that stream will get rescheduled till Wednesday. But I'll let you know that week. I don't think it's this week. Nice. At least you have some. I also just feel like, while vacation time is good, it also just feels like, I don't know. I hate the way they do it sometimes. Not that I have it, but like just in general. Because I managed in the past to take 2 weeks off, but I wasn't doing as much as I am now there. So it would be harder now, I think. But at this point, too, I don't really have a reason to, so I'm good. I need the money more. And I like the job, so. Yeah, I have yet to make my first millions in my sales of books or art, so I still have to work. I feel like even if I did, though, I would still probably be working. Is that the dryer making noise? Is it time? Almost time? Is it almost time for my dryer to go back in for another cycle? Because I washed my bed sheets today, so I did both of my laundry. I did my normal laundry and I did my bed laundry because I didn't have any flipping time at all. Well, I gave up Saturday for Easton, so that was that. But yeah, Friday I work, so this is my laundry day. And I'm kind of in pain anyways, and I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, it's not even my, like, I was walking around in heels, but it's not even the ankle. I had my ankle brace on, so my left ankle is fine. It's actually just my where my bunions are. Unfortunately, they're genetic. Like, god damn it. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do. He retired recently, like just a couple years back. Was it just last year? It's not been that long. But he would do that, so he would just end up taking like every Friday off, I think in November, and then all of December off. It was something like that, because he never really used his vacation days. Yeah, you don't want to lose them. But also at the same time, it's not like we really have money to go any places. Maybe a mix of both. But yeah, I need stuff from that. I officially finished the one commission and sent it off. Although I may need to send him a high-res via email. I'll have to ask him about that. But I got just the baby shower one left to finish. But I want to talk to them about the posing first, and they're at ASIN, so. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, nowadays, though, when I'm off, I'm just like, what do I do with myself? I hate it. Which I know sounds weird, but I'm trying to get better. And not be all like, I have to be at work all the time. It's like, no, bad Kojika, bad! Oh my god, that hand looks awful. I mean, I guess in theory I could always try to travel to see my friend in Seattle, but... I don't think I'd want to leave my cat alone anymore either, though. Not that, like, my roommate's here to take care of him, but still. I've become very codependent on my cat. Oh my god. That hand is a mess. Okay, let's, Hands are the bane of my existence. I think I've mentioned it before, but there's a reason I never ask somebody else to ink my stuff, and you can see by my job here, this is it. What are lions? Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo those hands, but that's at least something. Okay, I have to get some... I do hope in the future that I can feel comfortable enough to like actually rest and stuff on my days off. But until then, just a bunch of anxiety-ridden Kojikas. High anxiety. Yay! That's what this icon is, by the way. Yay! A yay emote. With my favorite XD face! XD. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I need to set the dryer back up. So let me find that. Yeah! Resetting the dryer. I'm back. Guys, I also have some heartbreaking news. I lost a sock. Just one single sock in the dryer today. I don't know where it is. One sock is missing. Everybody's horror. It's probably the left sock too, right? The neck tilt was concerning. Maybe I'm trying to be a shaft person. Socks? Give me back my sock, Beku! It's my sock! It won't fit you! Actually, I think it was one of those, like, one-size-fits-all socks, so it might. It's just one fucking sock is gone. I have its friend. I even double-checked to make sure it wasn't the socks I was wearing, because I'm blonde, and I was like, I didn't, like, not finish changing my socks this morning, did I? I know it's gonna pop up somewhere, and it's just gonna be like, God damn it. So it might technically still be in the dryer. I didn't see it just now when I glanced, but because I was more concerned on making sure, I have my bed sheets in there, so I like shook them up a little bit to make sure that they're not gonna like stick together, and so they can dry better. And I did not see a sock in there, but that doesn't mean anything. There could be secret socks. Secret socks. It's so common to lose socks in the laundry. Like, why? I'm actually gonna go higher on this. I'm gonna make this even fatter. That's what she said. I'll miss that sock regardless. It was a comfy sock. I definitely need to get a new pair of, oh, this eraser brush is huge. That's also what she said. No, I need to get a new pair of heeled black boots because, yeah, I was like, not only were they uncomfortable after wearing them all day because of my bunion, also I was like, oh god, they have some like actual damage to the front where it's peeling, and I'm like, damn. But they're old. I've had them for a while, and then like I said, everything has been just shoved into boxes, so. Ironically, it was in a box called Shoes and Memories. I can't remember what Himiko thought it was called, what Kitten thought it was called, but it was hilarious whatever name she gave it. I just don't remember offhand. When I remember, guys, I'll you know, tell you, and it will be out of context, and you guys will be like, the fuck's wrong with her? Because that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Everything is wrong with me! My teeth are good. That's not wrong with me. I am like one of the few, I think I'm the only person I know who likes going to the dentist. Anybody of you guys here like going to the dentist? Or is it literally just a me thing? That's silent. You only go because you need to? At least you go. I love the dentist. My teeth feel so clean after. If I could, I would go more than twice a year. As it is, for a while, wisdom teeth wasn't too bad. In my case, they thought it would be just a normal extraction, but then they are like, oh, oops, we have impacted. So then they had to drill in my jaw, and I was awake during the whole thing. Wasn't that bad though. Did have a little issues listening to the song that was on my iPad during it for a while, but I'm fine now. I can listen to it fine. Oral surgery. Yeah, it's really not that bad though. They take good care of you. In most places, they'll knock you out. They just didn't like totally knock me out because they're not sure how I'll react to the anesthesia, because once upon a time, my dad had a really bad reaction to it. And for some reason, they've just decided I might have this trait. Probably because of my reaction to other medications. But I think Kitten was put on... Well, Kitten had her bunion surgery, so she was definitely put under for that. She woke up fine. A little giddy, but fine. She might have been texting me some nonsense. But yeah, with that said, that's more where I'm like, I feel like when people are like worried about stuff like that, it's a little understandable. But I do know a lot of people, like, just with their upbringings and stuff, or their genetics, their teeth can be just not great. And then stuff hurts, and then the dentist hurts. But for me, it doesn't hurt, and I just like the feel of clean teeth. And because I have so many little medical ailments that don't kill me, but make things difficult at times, having one thing work on me is a joy of mine. I'm like Chip Skylark, my shiny teeth and me. I think we all know how old I am, so I didn't date myself with that one. We already knew I was old enough for that. My shiny teeth that sparkle. It totally goes with this melody. Still younger than you. Yeah, but I feel older than a lot of people. At least everyone still thinks I'm younger than I am in person. I'm taking that as long as I can. If they want to knock like 10, 12 years off of my age all the time, I'm not going to say anything. Although, see, I have white hair, but you can't tell because I'm blonde. 25. Yeah, I get 25 all the time, actually. And I'm like, I'm not going to say no to that. It's not right, but, you know, it's like, yeah, sure. I wish I felt 25. Like, having a body that doesn't hurt, like, my God, that'd be amazing. Although my body was hurting by the time I was 25 already. It just wasn't as bad. I'm staving off having to get like a handicap placard or anything for driving so far, but we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, I'm lucky in the fact that like my white hairs are not noticeable. I notice them because they have a different texture than the rest of my hair. But a lot of where they're popping up, I have really light blonde hair, so it's just like they blend in. So it's like, I guess that's fine. But to be fair, like my little sister, her hair is pretty dark, and she had signs of her first white hair when she was like 16. Why would you grow out a beard? Facial hair is awful. Maybe that is my personal opinion. I'm sorry, I don't like facial hair. Especially when it's like, you've got like a tree on your chin. I know it's a pain in the ass to shave though. But I'm not talking... Yeah, well that's good. Work has good... No, I get why you couldn't for work. That would be really bad if your face caught on fire. Although that's also some funny imagery. It's like those bee beards, but with fire. Or you could be Endeavor cosplayer, legit. No, I see so many people come into the shop with like these really scraggly beards, and I'm just like, I want so bad to take like a razor or scissors and cut them. Like at least use beard. Isn't there like a conditioner they make for beards? I don't know because I don't have one. But there's conditioner for my hair. I have a lot of hair. Just like not everyone's gonna like long hair. I just have a lot of it and I don't plan on cutting it. Not built enough to cause. You'll be on fire though. Nobody else will notice. They'll be like, oh my God, those flame effects are so legit. And you'll be like, yes, they're too legit. Please help put out the fire. I actually used to know other guys with like longer hair too, and like it looks so bad because they didn't take good care of it. But then I know a guy who does take care of his hair and it looks better. It's like, dude, like long hair is fine if you take care of it. Short hair is fine if you take care of it. No hair is fine, I guess, if you take care of it. Like, don't rub suntan lotion on your head and get a really bad sunburn unless you're trying to be like, I don't know, you'd have a red crown? A painful red crown? Is that your kink? If it is, I'm sorry. I just have notoriously sensitive skin, so everything that's scraggly, just by look alone, it's like, oh, get it out of here! Get it out of here! Yeah, I feel like, I know that's and while it's not like necessarily facial hair related, it's like bangs. Bangs I hear are really hard to maintain after a while, and especially with my hair. I don't have bangs because I grew them all out, but like because it's so wavy, and if it didn't have the weight, it would be really curly. So it would have to be like you'd either have really awful bangs or you would have to like straighten it all the time. I actually thought at one point about getting bangs again, and then I'm like, my hair maintenance hair maintenance in the morning is put on some leave-in conditioner and brush my hair. It takes like less than 5 minutes tops. I don't use hair straighteners or hair dryers. Blonde hair is also naturally dry on average, which mine fits that bill. So like using things like that would just dry it out worse. But I do know, like, even within blondes, there's so many different types because everyone's hair is different. So different. Well, like inside my family even, we're Neapolitan ice cream. I'm blonde. Dry hair. My older sister's a redhead with more oily hair, and my younger sister has almost black hair. It's really dark brown, but she's somewhere in between as far as dry to oily goes. Depending on length, my hair. Oh god, that's awful. Doesn't that hurt your face? I mean, I guess it's good it doesn't hurt you, but it would probably hurt, like, if you picked up a cat to cuddle it, it would hurt the cat. And it would hurt a lot of other people, yes. Yeah, that's just it. That's how I feel most beards look, though. They look scraggly and sharp. It's like sandpaper on their, yeah, ooh. I know some people, like, love them, though, so I just have a difference of opinion here. Everyone is allowed to have their own style and look and doesn't have to be dictated by anybody. You want to dye your hair pink? Go for it. You want a mohawk? Go for it. You want a twirly handlebar mustache? Go for it. You're now a supervillain. I'm using speech to text. Uh-oh. Dictated by work at NFPA. I mean, that's fair. I know I saw Firearm at Asen because he hung out with me in the first line I was in, the one to get into dealer's room. Oh, I'm on radio mode. What does that mean? Do you hear me through your radio? Welcome back to SK 113. On today's channel, we were talking about beards and how scratchy they are. That's what you've missed. And how my feet hurt from yesterday. But it's not my ankles, it's my toes. Specifically the big toes and the bunion area. Yeah. I think the dryer's going off again. Yeah, that should be enough. My clothes weren't that wet. I wonder if I'm going to find my missing sock when I go get them later. I'm going to leave them in there until after the stream now, though. Because once I take them out, I have to put them on my bed. Although there's no cat on my bed right now. I'm gonna have my video off. That's fine. You're not missing much. I'm drawing an emote of myself as a chibi going, yay! With gusto. I didn't know there was a radio mode. That's fun. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for putting me on your radio. Now to control your car and tell it what to do. Have a safe trip home too. I know it's a long drive for you. Clearly I didn't make it home myself. Never. For those of you guys who don't, the only thing I know, my weird neck music. I was trying for the shaft head tilt, obviously. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, with my narcolepsy, I'm not actually supposed to drive more than half an hour without somebody in the car with me, just in case. But I do pretty well nowadays, so it's not a big of an issue. So yeah, I made the drive to and from Asen by myself. It wasn't that bad. On the way there, I got a little drowsy, but I just turned up my music higher, and it helped, and jammed along even louder. On the way back, I had no problems whatsoever. Ah! It is a likely ban evader. Get this guy out of here. I will have no thing. No bans on. No bans. No, I'll have lots of bans. 80 miles on the interstate. Let's go. Actually, I was doing that at one point. I was keeping up with the traffic. They were going so fast and they kept riding my ass. And I'm like, oh my God, why are we going this fast? The speed limit here is 55. Can I go 70? 70 I can handle. I actually didn't use as much gas as I thought I would either, which was good. The getting my parking validated was the best part though, because then I didn't have to pay parking. And I got to have yummy food. It was so what I ate yesterday for dinner was a brisket grilled cheese, and it was so good. I do want to go back to that restaurant because I want to try their big milkshakes. But that's all I could eat. If I did that, that's all I could eat, and I didn't think it was good to eat because I hadn't eaten much all day. They had some yummy sounding alcoholic drinks, so I'll have to go back there someday. It's expensive though. I mean, it's not horrible. It's like the grilled cheese thing was about $16. We got an ASIN discount, so it helped knock stuff down a little bit. The soda was $4.50. Wild, man. But they didn't charge me extra for making it a cherry Coke. Yeah! It's in Rosemont. I don't know what it's called. Wait, I should know what it's called. Wait, give me a second. I texted a friend yesterday who met us there. What did I tell him? Where is he? King's. It was a place called King's. Oh, no! Who would close down a grilled cheese restaurant? We actually have a really good grilled cheese restaurant in Crown Point that I like. Assuming it's still open. It's like this. It's actually like a conglomerate of multiple restaurants or something. It's in the downtown square in Crown Point. And I just know, I went with Kitten once and we were like, oh my God, grilled cheese? Yeah, count us in, because we're both cheese people. So we had it. I haven't been there in a long time either. Yeah, Crown Point! Not far at all. The downtown square. It's not too far from the old Crown Point jail. So it's on the same block as it, like on that street. Sorry, I went ghost hunting in that jail. That's why I know. I'd like to try some of these ghost hunts again this year, maybe. I use them for writing. Can can I like write it off as research for my books? Because that's literally what it is. So at some point I have to go to a firing range for the same reason. Although I do not like guns. Oh my God, Sailor Death, hi! I had fun, but oh my god, there was a lot of chaotic disorganization going on, and having registration in the lobby was something. Well, if you were in Crown Point yesterday, Flame, why didn't you get your grilled cheese then? You should have known there were grilled cheese there. Yeah, when I got in to do will call, I luckily got in early enough that there was no line, so I just kind of flew through. But like later, it was insane, and it was hard to even get in and out of the con. It's like, I think like the Sky Bridge was like the easier way, but it's also like that adds so much more distance on. But I gotta see my concert, so that's all that really matters. Kojika Yuki-sama! And Fiction Junction. Flame, shame on you. Should always know about grilled cheese. Yeah, and so since I've been Fiction Junction, a fan of Fiction Junction and Kazuya Yuki so long, it was really cool that two of the ones I know really well, Kaori Ida and Yurika, were both there, and I gotta see them. I didn't get the autograph ticket because it was handled badly, but that's okay. I wish it had been blind lottery. Did you throw Chinese food at them? It seems like a weird place to get. Wait, oh, the old courthouse. Yeah, no, the old jailhouse is what I'm talking about. For the block with the grilled cheese, where Dillinger was held. I mean, I guess that's an okay venue for a wedding. In the middle of the square, yeah. I don't know why it made me make that face when I was drinking. That was weird. I know the square is pretty, like, the actual courthouse building itself has been turned into a bunch of, like, shops, but the last time I went there with Kitten, like, so many of them were closed. I can't remember what Kitten and I were doing in there. We were going thrifting, and then that's when we got grilled cheese. I remember everything now. It all came back to me because of grilled cheese. Yeah. I didn't technically have lunch today because Benku made a frozen pizza up, but it tasted like ass, so I didn't eat it. I don't blame you. No, if I'm going for something specific, that's the only reason I go down there. I don't really go to Crown Point. I just, yeah. When I was house hunting initially, or like for, you know, a rental, I went to Crown Point several times. But most of the time I wasn't going as far as there. And then NWI Comic Con, I went obviously past the square to the Crown Point Fairgrounds. It's a good place to play Pokemon Go if you still play it. I don't go to places. I don't generally go to brew houses. But I don't drink beer, so. And I don't do bars proper. Like, bar and grills are okay. But yeah, since I'm not like a drinker. With that said, there's nothing wrong as long as you drink responsibly. It's a drive-through coffee. See, that's how much I know. I thought it was a brew house. What the fuck is 7 Brew? It's on Broadway? They must have added it since I've been that way. Lemonade. Wait, why would you go to a coffee place for lemonade? Are you crazy, dude? I'm sure there's cheaper lemonade. Lately, for coffee places, I've been hitting Scooters because it's the closest to my house. But I really like... What's my favorite? I really like, for name brand ones, what the hell is it called? Give me a second. I have the app. I have to look it up the app because I'm that bad. Big B. I like Big B. They have a strawberry banana chocolate mocha one I really like. Broadway and 107th. Okay. Yeah, I can't in my head picture it. That's fine. I don't go that way very often. Because, you know, that's not in the direction of where I work or anything. And then I go... if we're getting it at work, we tend to go to the local places like Just B, which I literally drive past every time on my way into work. Or Mugs and Magic, which is in Lansing, just down the street. Yeah, so I definitely haven't been that way in the year. So that's why I didn't know it was there. I've never even heard of that place. I bet you there's one that I've seen and I just don't realize it. It's next to Panda Express. Okay. Huh. Odd. Yeah, I definitely haven't been that way in a long time. Interesting. Interesting. Everything keeps popping up. There's new stuff all over. And yet they still haven't given me, like, a Jollibee or... I'm trying to think, what are the other ones? I think Jollibee was the pretty big one. Give us a Jollibee, please. Onegaishimasu. I'm not ready to open up a franchise, so somebody do it for me. I don't got time for that shit. Newest location is on Route 30 in Maryville. Okay. Huh. Well, if for some reason I'm ever out that way and need coffee, maybe I'll stop. You know what? We do need a Waffle House because we have fights break out all the time. We should have a Waffle House. Okay, maybe we don't have fights break out all the time, but we should. Waffle House actually is pretty good too. I've eaten there before. A couple times actually on different trips. No fights broke out though. It was very disappointing. We used to always just see them while we were taking our long distance trips. We'd see like Waffle Houses, but we never did anything with it. And then one day, I went to a convention in Tennessee with just Ronafe, and we decided, you know what? We always see these. Let's freaking stop and eat it. And so we did. And it was good. And if you guys didn't know, I like waffles. So I'm a pretty big fan of breakfast foods in general, but I do love waffles. So I was like, oh my god, perfect. But yeah, no fights broke out. That was the only disappointing part. And then once I stopped on a trip back with on the way back from a trip with one of the few ones my ex went with. It was just him and me. We stopped at a Waffle House. And then as we were leaving, police came and we're like, what? But they were just coming for breakfast. No fights. That's fair. Yeah, I think both times were dinner or lunch. Don't you hate it when you're at a fight and a Waffle House breaks out? No, dude, if I was at a fight and somebody started serving waffles, count me in. Man, I don't like fights, but I will totally go eat waffles. You have that, you hear this wrestler, people, or fighter, whoever's the ex, oh my god. I forgot what that word is. The executives of, like, wrestle fighting and stuff. Serve waffles. Serve waffles! Pro wrestling show coming to what the hell? What is Off Square Brewery? That one's got to be a brewery now, at least with the name. I don't watch wrestling, so I have no idea. I help sell some wrestling toys that we have at our shop, but I'm not a big fan into most sports anyways, and that's not a sport I like much at all. But with that said, everyone is allowed to like it. Just because I don't doesn't mean you can't. Did you know we're allowed to have a difference of opinions? Shock! It doesn't make you any worse or any better just because we like different stuff. My God. I always hate when people do that and belittle you for taste. I'll never do that unless you're licking doorknobs, then I might belittle you a bit. Or, you know what? No, I take that back. If you don't believe in the Oxford comma, we're going to have problems. I have a very strong opinion about the Oxford comma. Oh, it's a pub restaurant off Crown Point. Okay. Yeah, see, that's why I don't go to Crown Point. You live a lot closer to Crown Point than I do. Hi, Galuda! Anymore, I'm out more on Munster side because of work, but I still don't ask me what's out there because I don't know. I drive to work, and then I work, and that's it. Just a lot of work. But places... Did you see? Of course I saw the Fiction Junction concert in the Kajiyuki. That's the only reason I went to ASIN I went up for a day because I worked Friday, and then today I'm just too tired to go back. I do actually have a weekend badge though. But yeah, I was like, I can't. I'm too tired and my feet hurt. What would I do anyways? I had no plans. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Hopefully you got into Idolmaster too. Yeah, I was so happy they played some of my favorite songs. Like, I didn't expect her to do... Like, I love Stone Cold, but it's from a crappy-ass series. So I'm glad they did that one. But Parallel Hearts, oh my god, I was so happy they did that one. And then Tobira no Mukoi, Maboroshi no Sora. Ooh, yeah, I thought it was bad. I got... Luckily for the line for Fiction Junction, I was the part that got moved indoors. I'm very sad I couldn't get her autograph ticket, though. But it was very, yeah, chaotic for that. Does that even look like a chin? I heard the Idolmaster line was pretty bad, which is exactly why I was like, we decided we were going to start lining up at about 2:30. And then a friend of mine was kind enough to message me and be like, oh my god, the line's already getting big. You want to get in line. So, and then we rushed over and we got there and I applied sunscreen and I was ready to wait a couple hours out in the heat. And then they're like, oh, psych, we're going to move you indoors. And so we got moved into the indoor part. So I was in air conditioning and didn't need my sunscreen. I was like, well, that's fine. I'm glad I brought it though, because if I hadn't brought it, would you want to bet that we would have been stuck outdoors? Oh my god, wow. Yeah, I was actually trying to do other stuff. Well, I got in line for the dealer's hall to try to grab the tickets to the autograph, which, of course, that was like the first thing I did of the day. It didn't happen, but I tried. And then, I found Friendos, and then I was with Friendos, and then Friendos got changed. It was Twaifu. And then we were just wandering the artist alley when they're like, surprise! The lion is forming, and that's when I rushed over. We got there about 2-ish, I think. Yeah, well, I was in LineCon, so most people didn't see me unless they specifically texted me and, you know, tried to find me, which I kind of figured. I got lucky on a couple. Like, it was so funny. I was nowhere near them in the concert, but when I was leaving the concert, I ran into the Toon Twins, and I was like, oh, I know you guys! Hi! So that was pretty fun. I kind of figured I wasn't going to see a whole lot of people just because of how chaotic it was going to be. So I got to see more than I thought. And then I was talking about this earlier. Somebody called out to me when we were rushing back, because after the concert, I had to go pick up my camera from Artist Alley because one of my friends dropped it off to an artist in Artist Alley. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I went to go run to get it. And while we were running there, somebody said, you know, called out my name, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I waved, and I was like, I don't know who I just waved at. I'm so sorry, I heard you. Only after Twifey was like, yeah, she did call your name, and I was like, fuck, I gotta wave. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to run like that, but I needed to get my camera, and then we went to go eat, and I changed into comfy shoes, and then I left after that. So yeah, that's why nobody saw me. I was so excited that they did that one, because I know she wrote it, but technically it's also a Lisa song. So I think isn't it listed as Fiction Junk featuring Lisa though? Which is probably why. But that was pretty exciting. And then it was just ironic because on the way up, the last song that was playing when I got into the parking garage and actually parked, and especially after getting lost, was Hono no Tobira. So I was like, I'm all ready for Fiction Junction, and then they actually played that song, and I was like, oh my god. But yes, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Almost making the turn for home. Woo! Home stretch for Anthony. Oh my god, though. It was so good. I'm so happy. You mean another 2.5 hours? Ooh. Oh god, that's awful. Well, I'm not staying on that long. I'm sorry, Firearm. You're on your own. No, with Kazuya Yuki, I've been a huge fan of her since, like, god, really, really early. Like, Dot Hack is what literally made me learn her name, but I already, like, hi, make me sit up and hydrate. Well, I didn't really learn her name till Dot Hack, but I was already a fan of her before that. I just didn't know it was the same composer. Let me hydrate. I sat up straight. Okay, sir. But yeah, so I have met Nanuri Yuka and got her to sign something. Unfortunately, she didn't do a concert there, but she's Fiction Junction Yuka. And then I met Chiaki Ishikawa and did see her in concert. She's the singer in Seesaw, which was Kazuya Yuki's like first band project. Dot Hack. Yeah, Dot Hack definitely cemented it for a lot of people, I think. And then I met Calafina. So that was Yuka, or oh my god, Wakana and Keiko, who also have been part of Fiction Junction, and got them to sign stuff. So yeah, I kept meeting people who were like Kazuya Yuki adjacent, but I didn't meet her. Yeah, I saw that they weren't signing personal items. Otherwise, I have a copy of Everlasting Songs that I had been trying to get signed by the singers from it. But even as it was, the only time she did the signing, it was a ticketed thing, and it was a first come, first serve thing, and they didn't even have enough merch for me to buy merch. I was like, come on, man, I wanted to buy a CD at least. But it is what it is. Either way, I got to see her finally. She exists. Kaori and Yurika exist, and I got to see them too. Like I said, they're from the baby days. Oh, nice. I wasn't that. I was further back than that, but I was still in. So let me do this on a new layer. New. Like there were this. Let me do this differently. Okay. So here's the stage. Here's the screens, and then there's like this row. So it's like this row with a split in between, and then this row with a split in between, and then this row with a split in between, and etc. We were in like this right here is about where I was. So it wasn't bad at all. I would have liked to be in closer, but at the same time, my goal was to see her, and I made that goal. I wasn't gonna be picky about the rest. I do remember when they used to be like no signing or no lining up until a certain time, but they obviously have changed it. But yeah, either way, I got to see her, and that was one of my things I wanted to do. So I wanted to do that forever. Now, the only thing that could beat it is if I could somehow get her to compose a song for me. That would be the dream, right? That's never happening, but that is a dream. Well, they also really hyped up the Idolmaster stuff more than hers. If I had been there, I probably would have tried casually to see Idolmaster, but I definitely wouldn't have gone as crazy as I did for her. Yeah, I still got a long way to go on this. But hey, I got it started. I've actually been pretty productive today, so I'm happy with myself. Oh. I'm not really into the idol stuff like that. It just would have been like, hey, it's there. I don't mind seeing it. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't have like fought to get in. In general, they're probably picking songs that they know better, and then songs that are more popular, or at least they think are more popular. Yeah, at least you got to see them and hopefully enjoy them as well. Yeah, so when this is done, this will be yay, and we'll have a new emote to play with. I'm gonna go find somebody. Oh yeah, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. Okay, let me see. Go to Twitch. We're gonna find somebody to raid. I was also sad that Kazuyuki's concert was only a an hour concert. Oh, what's this friend doing? You know what? Let's go raid this friendo. Your stream was on Friday? I was working Friday. Oh. That's kind of sad. I'm just used to most concerts being more like an hour and a half, though. That's, I guess I should be able to say. I wasn't expecting them to go too much longer, but Especially with the high ranges they were singing and the power in their voices. Love those girls. Oh, I see. Interesting. All right, we're gonna go raid Briar Binksy. I used to roleplay with him, friend of mine. Let me turn this off. I should be here normally on Tuesday. Ikuayo! Fiction Junction is the best, that's why.